any prior gymnast background?
Not to speak of. I was in wrestling in high school, and in gym class, you know, they run you through all the sports to see what you're best at. In gym class, we were doing gymnastics, and I excelled in the parallel bars, the vault, all these things. And of course, the gymnastic coach, he looks at people's abilities in gym class, and he tried to recruit me right in the middle of wrestling season. And I thought, yeah, this seems more fun than wrestling. So I approached my wrestling coach, and he talked me out of it. This is 1969, I think.
Okay.
Talked me out of it, and it created a void in my life. So to this day, well, up until 10 years ago when I started doing Mikenastics, I had this void. So my prior experience in gymnastics was one gym class.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So I got this screwed into the ceiling, the ceiling joist. And all I do on this thing is you get inside and you elevate yourself like this. I have shoes on right now, so I don't know if I can do it well, but without shoes, I do 5 leg lifts, and there's 3 minutes between, and I do 25 of them, 25 sets, so that's, what is that, 100 and however many. But when I'm done with that, it's a killer.
Oh, I'm sure.
It not only strengthens your stomach, but your shoulders, your arms, everything. So the next 3 days, I feel like a zombie. I'm in so much pain. No pain, no gain, though. But all I do on this, for the most part, is I mount the rings, go over into this position here, and perform what they call a dislocate. I do this 25 times, whereas you release and your arms actually violently twist back, and then you're hanging here like this. It feels, I don't know, I don't recommend it to a lot of people. You could easily pull your shoulder right out of the socket. But I remember doing that in gym class in 1969, and then 7 years ago I decided to set this up and try it. The very first one I did, I thought, Mike, it's been like 30-some years. Do you know what you're doing here? And I kept thinking, I did it before when I was 14. I did it. I know I can do it. And so the very first release, you think, oh boy, I may be sorry for this one. And I released, and I remember at that time, all the blood vessels, you could just feel it tingle, and it was warm, and I thought, I hung there like this, and I thought, am I okay? I'm afraid to find out. But I got through that, and then I've been doing it for 6 years now, and everything's still working. Nice. When I was a kid, this was a fun thing to do, you know, like the hula hoop and things that we did like this back in the 60s and even 50s. And you don't see anyone walking around on stilts anymore unless you're at the circus. Well, I'm hoping it makes a comeback and that young people will say, hey, that looks like fun, and it becomes popular again. Turn around. I don't know, when I started doing this again maybe 5 years ago, here too, I thought, I haven't done this in 30-some years. And it's like riding a bike, it came right back. Dismount, jump off. I mount this bar, see how unstable it is, and then I do a handstand on it, and I try to hold the handstand as long as I can. I've held it for 18 seconds, I think is my record so far. But I'll do that 25 times, a 3-minute rest period between each time. Dismount onto this platform, and just come down. This is the high dive that I do inside the house, running down the hallway and into the living room.
Oh yeah, they're up by paper or clothespins.
Yep, merely clothespins holding the saw up. It's quite safe because it's so flimsy. If you miss, it'll collapse and you won't get hurt. This vault, this is the sawhorse I was telling you about. I had to put risers on here, 4x4s, because it was getting too easy, so I had to lift it up. These are adjusted as high as they'll go. This is 4'3", I think, I don't remember, in height. And all I do with this, I got a rubber mat there, just for like a shock absorber. I start this, maybe this distance away from it, and then I'll just run towards it. Up and over, and you land on your feet, just a handspring. This is my first piece of equipment. All I do on this is probably the most challenging, is you mount the bar by up and over, and then you're in this position. You lean forward and perform a handstand, and you hold it as long as you can. The record, I think, was set last year. I tied the record at 5.44 second handstand. It's quite an experience to be upside down on one bar for that length of time. It's just a thrill. Score 7. I would have liked to have shown you a 10 or so, but they come when they come, you know. Try your best and you get what you get. Just keep doing your best.